Hi everyone, welcome. It's me, Lori from Inner Goddess Tarot. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about how you can use your tarot cards to help you cultivate, create, encourage an attitude of gratitude in your life. So I'm going to talk about an activity that I've done with a couple of groups recently, and then also show you a spread that I threw together that works really well for me on this topic. So first of all, why gratitude? I know it's such a buzzword. It's every self-help book, every spiritual book, everyone is talking about gratitude, gratitude, expressing gratitude. So I mean this in a very sincere way because, it's one of those words that's out there that sometimes you say it and people roll their eyes because they've heard it a little bit too much. But I really believe that cultivating gratitude in our daily lives, that's the first step of a spiritual practice. Expressing gratitude can help us have a more positive outlook in life, can give us new perspectives, can help us to lighten up if we've allowed our things to take us into a negative or a challenging place. So starting with really acknowledging and seeing and feeling what you're grateful for can be a great place to start something really wonderful in your life. And what does this have to do with tarot? Well, I think tarot is a tool that we can use to help us acknowledge what we know we're already grateful for, to put it out there and give wholehearted thanks or something, can also help us to, first of all, I guess, realize that there are things that we should be grateful for that we're not aware of, or that we're taking for granted. And also things that maybe we don't really see as a blessing, we see as more a challenge or something, but being able to find a way to be grateful that we have that in our life or on some level, right? So, and as far as tarot, I think, oftentimes a tarot reading can be positive and light and beautiful and illuminating and inspiring, but also it can go into some more challenging places. It can bring up some things that from our deep in our heart that we don't want to look at. It can bring up things that we don't want to look at. They can be unsettling and help us move forward, but still unsettling in some cases. So I think adding this idea of gratitude, it brings an inspirational feeling to the reading, a lightness. It gives you or your clients something to work with after the reading in order to move forward in the direction that they wish. So, first of all, first activity, and I've done this with my tarot meetup group, which has beginner tarot readers to expert level, and they really seem to enjoy it, and what they came up with blew me away. And I've also used it with a group, a women's networking group that most of them, or even all of them, I think, had never even seen a tarot deck, and it still worked really well. So here's what you do. First of all, you actively look through the deck. Look at the image on the deck. So this is not a random shuffle and picking a card. Looking through the cards and selecting one that most closely or most clearly depicts something in your life that you're grateful for. So when you look at that card, you're like, yes, that represents, my home that I'm so comfortable in, my job that I love, my partner, my family member that's always there to support me, anything. So whatever it is that you're grateful for, or a lesson that you learned the hard way, anything. Then you're going to shuffle the deck just as any way that you usually would, and randomly or leave it to the universe to pick another card for you. And that card also represents something that you can express gratitude for. And this is where it gets interesting, because the card, it might be something where it's very easy to see what it represents, and yes, it's something beautiful and bright that you're grateful for. It may be something, on the other hand, a little more challenging, where you're like, okay, Three of Swords, how am I grateful for this? I know what it is in my life, but how can I be grateful for it? So it gives you a little push to look at things in a different way and to find a way to be grateful for something that you may not have been really acknowledging in your life before. Then you can take it a little bit further and create a gratitude affirmation, sentence, statement, mantra, whatever you want to call it, based on those cards. So you can start with something like, I am grateful for. I feel blessed that something in your life. So something that you can carry with you and work with, and call upon it when you need some kind of inspiration or reminder on one of those days when you need a reminder of what to be grateful for, right? So my tarot meetup group did this actually with the question in mind of what can we be grateful for in 2016, because man, this has been a challenging year for a lot of people on the universal level, the world events and politics level, also on the personal level for a lot of people. So we did this technique to try to find something to be grateful for. And what they came up with really blew me away, because some people went with the very beautiful lighter things, like Three of Cups. I'm grateful for friends and support. And some people took the Tower or the Ten of Swords because they're just like, I'm grateful that this year is almost over, that kind of thing. And so by combining the two cards, they came up with some really beautiful statements. So I encourage you to try that. You can do that on that bigger picture level, and you can also do it for yourself to come up with a statement that, yeah, this is something I'm really grateful for. So I have some cards out here next to me. I'm going to give it a try as well. So this is another spread that I was working on, but I'm going to give you an example. So I happen to have the Two of Pentacles and the Fool. Okay, so in this case, the Fool is the one that I actively picked. So when I look at the Fool, I say I'm grateful that over this past year, I have been able to take some real leaps of faith in my life. I've taken the plunge in a lot of areas without worrying too much about the risks involved. So I'm grateful that I was able to use the energy of the Fool to step outside my comfort zone and take some leaps of faith that have brought me great joy over this year. Then I also have the Two of Pentacles. This is a random card. So in this case, I look at this and I say, well, while I was busy taking those leaps of faith, I'm grateful that I was able to keep all my plates in the air. I'm grateful I've been able to keep finances in order and things flowing in the practical side of life. So I am grateful for the energy of the Fool that allows me to be spontaneous and take a leap of faith. And I'm also grateful for my practical side that keeps my feet on the ground and keeps daily life ticking along smoothly. Okay. So next thing I'd like to say is to show you a spread that I threw together for my meetup group, and it actually works really well. So where did I put that? So this is a gratitude themed spread. So 5 cards, and I don't know if you can see, I'm going to put this up to the camera just so you can see the shape of the spread. Very simple 5-card spread that I'm using here. But the first position in the spread, the card at the top here, is the position is what can I be grateful for right now? So in this case, you're doing it randomly. I don't believe it's randomly. You're leaving it to the universe to pick the cards. The first card is what can I be grateful for right now? Then we move to that second row of 2, 3, 4. You can see in the middle. Card number 2 asks the question, what joy does card number 1 bring me? This third card is what challenges does card number 1 bring me? And the fourth card is what beneficial action can I take based on card number 1? So I thought it was an interesting way to do it. The main theme of the reading is that card number 1, what can I be grateful for? But then the next row sort of unpacks that first card, right? How does that bring me joy? How does that bring me challenges? And what can I do right now to keep moving forward? What's a beneficial action? And then finally, that fifth card sort of hiding at the base there under the surface, we have what blessing in disguise am I not aware of? So here we have more of that idea of like we looked at in the previous activity where it's something that you're not really completely aware of that can be a blessing in your life. So either it's something you're taking for granted perhaps, or something that you don't see as a plus in your life, but really there's something there. that can be, you know, another lesson to learn or something that, some way that it can be a really positive thing that you're not quite seeing, right? So this spread worked really well for me. And actually, I'm just in the process of writing a blog post where I'm going to share my spread with you so that you can get an idea of how it works. But in the meantime, until I have that posted, I recommend to try it yourself. And you know, the idea, so we're using the idea of being grateful or gratitude here in this spread, in this theme, but really you could swap out the word gratitude for something else. You know, like if you're working on some different area of your life, a different theme, well, this spread would work for that as well. So anything where you have one main idea or main issue that you want to unpack a little bit, this would work really well. So again, I'm grateful for having the opportunity to read the tarot, to share this spread with you, and to share it with my clients and my tarot group. And I guess the last thing I would say is that, you know, I find creating some kind of blessing statement, affirmation, when you bring a reading to a close is a really nice way to bring things full circle and to give yourself or your client or your friend, whoever you're reading for, something they can take with them after the reading. You know, something that they can percolate on and think about, and you know, days or weeks after the reading, maybe still write it down and have it with them so that they can really make the most out of the reading and the message that the cards had for them. So thanks for watching. Please visit my website at innergoddesstarot.com. As I mentioned, I'm going to have a blog post up shortly on this same topic with the diagram of the spread and an example of how I read it. And also I have lots of other great free tarot resources on my site, so please visit and take a look. Great. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Let me know if there's a topic you'd like me to cover in my next video. Thanks. Bye.